Hi, this is Miss D, and I have another video for you because right now I am going to put together one of my acrylic books, and I use these. This is a 6x6 acrylic album, and I'm going to make a flip book out of it to go with a gift that I'm making for my auntie. I want it to be you know, a flip book, but I want it to be an album so that she can put pictures in it, because it's not going to be, I'm not going to put little goodies in it for her because she's not a crafter. She's just, but I do want her to have a memory book for the event that we had that weekend. So what I'm going to do is show you, initially show you how I put these books together. These albums come in a package of, they have 7 of these pages. I always only use 4 of the pages, the front, the back, and then 2 of the inserts that goes in there. So I'm going to actually show you, and it's plenty. It's plenty by the time you finish. This is the back, and as you can see, it doesn't have the inserts. What I do is the indexes on them. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to use a 5th one because that would make the page even. And then that'll give her about 10 pages to, and then I'll put flip pockets and journaling cards and stuff in it so that she can have even more than just the 10 pages to put pictures on. I want to use this because it's acrylic, and then because I like these books. And now that I'm using washi, a lot of it, it makes sense to use these. I have so many of these books, these acrylic books, so many different styles and stuff. And it has a film that you take off. Okay, so I'm going to pull the film off of each one of them. So if any of you have these books laying around, and a while back they were really popular, and I don't know how many of you actually caught on to this little trend that was going on at the time. They were really popular way back when. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking these pages off, but someone in another video, when I first showed these acrylic books, they asked if the washi tape could hold these together. I'll show you how I'm holding them together, because the washi tape will not hold these acrylic pieces together. But I do use washi tape. I actually put them down like this. I do use the washi tape, but to hold them together, I use, and this, I love this stuff, and it goes a long way. It's expensive, but it's so much on here. I can't even tell you how much is on here. This is Tyvek tape, and it goes such a long way till this is, I have 2 of these rolls, and I haven't even, and I use it for everything. I mean, literally everything. So what I do is I take 2 of these and put them together, and I don't want to put them close, because once I put them down, I want them to be able to fold. So what I do is I leave a little gap in between there, and I'll take these, and I'm going to stand up. I'm sitting down right now. And I take these, and I'll put this Tyvek on it, straight down the middle. And there you are. It has a little indentation there. I'll show you how I remedy that. I try to get it as close to the edge as I could, and as even if I could, because if you don't cover it, that Tyvek shows through. I'm taking this other piece of plastic off of here. This keeps you from scratching your pages, so you want to be careful when you work with them, because yes, you can scratch them, unless of course you're going to cover them up. I don't want to cover mine. I want to be able to see through the acrylic book, which also makes it a little harder to put the book together, because you don't want to see how you put the back side together. So you have to be real careful about covering one side with elements that you put on the other side. So yeah, here's another piece of the Tyvek, and this is some strong tape. So yes, you do want to kind of try and line it up, putting it straight down the middle, and then you don't exactly want it, you don't want it to touch. So what you're going to do, this is the middle piece, so what you're going to do, you're going to try to put it as close but leaving a seam, so that when you finish, this book will open and close. Okay, if you don't do it correctly, the book will not open and close. So you have your, so far you have your first page, your second page, and your third page. I'm going to put the fourth and fifth page here, and I know this is tedious, but just bear with me. I think this is the back, so I need this page in. And before I put the back on, yeah, I'll go ahead and put the back on too, because after I put it together, I also sealed the whole book on the outside so that the Tyvek still doesn't have any room to come apart. I love this Tyvek. I learned that Tyvek technique from Kathy Orta. Yeah, years ago. I used to make her, matter of fact, I made her first project that she made, and we actually put a whole book together, and when we finished, it came apart. And that's when she said, okay, you guys, I know this is a bad time to tell you this right now, but we're going to have to use a product. There's other products out there since this that you can use. Yes, so there you are right there. And I'm trying to get it right the first time, because I don't want to do a video with a whole bunch of mistakes and then tell you, okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, I want to show you exactly how to do it correctly the first time, so that you're not going through a whole bunch of issues trying to put your book together, that you learn it the right way the first time. And then this piece right here, and this is the last page that will go on it, and I'm going to just show you a few of the components with this one, just showing you how. So if you ever have a question about how to put the acrylic books together, yeah, you kind of could figure it out. Yeah, so hopefully you'll remember this stuff. I know it's a lot out there to learn, so sometimes you do forget things, how to do things, but yeah, what I'm going to do is put this piece of tape on here first and then attach it to the book. I'm going to make sure I put it at least halfway across here so that you got enough space there. You see how I put that there? And then I'm going to take the book, because the book covers the entire thing. I'm going to take the book, the entire book, and then I'm just going to lay the Tyvek down. Okay? And then what I would do with this is I would get as close to this as I could and cut this extra Tyvek off, because you don't want pieces sticking together. But then I would open my book and make sure each one of these pages, like right there, I would make sure each one of these pages are lined together, and I would take another piece of Tyvek and put it right in the middle. Alright, you see the Tyvek is now covered, so you don't have stickiness. Things won't stick together. Yeah, and I want to finish this at least by next weekend, so that I could send my auntie this. I don't want to take a long time putting it together because she doesn't know I'm doing it. And I don't think she watched my channel, so yeah. I know years ago she used to, but I don't think she watches it now, so yeah, she just asked me if I still did crafting and stuff, so yeah. But okay, what I would do is I would actually take, and I want to use the same colors that I did, a lot of the same colors that I did for her angel, and I want to put the washi tape on here. But here's the problem with washi tape. Washi tape isn't made to stick and hold together and all that kind of good stuff. So what I do is I actually take double-sided tape, and I usually use score tape, but I had started using this tape and I forgot how sticky this tape is. This is excellent. I have loads of it and I need to start using it. But what I'll do is I'll take sticky tape, this double-sided sticky tape, and I'll stick it to the actual fold there. And then let me take this piece off and I'll show you how I actually start taping my, and then I'll just start using my washi to stick it down. And I'll do the whole book like this using different kinds of washi because it gives it such a good look when you use the same colors in different images to put the book together. So I'm going to find another color like that, just different colors, and put my book together. Okay, I'm going to put this right here, and it doesn't matter that they're not the exact same colors, because if you have a sense of how you want things to look, you could make it look exactly like you want it and make it actually look like it fits together. If you see, I put that there, and to make that look more coherent, what I would do is I would take another piece of this tape, and this time I'm going to use a piece of the thin line tape. Let me see if I have any near me. Yeah, let me use a piece of this thin line tape. And this is what I'm using here, the tacky line roll. And let me find the edge of it. Here it is right here. And I'm going to put it dead smack down the middle, right there. Because like I said, I don't trust washi, just washi, to hold stuff together. Okay, that's not what it's really for. It's a decorative tape, so I don't expect for it to hold together. And then what I'll do with that little piece right there, I'm going to pull this off. And as you can see, that piece of tape lifted up quite a bit. And I'm going to take it all and put it on there. I'm going to take this piece. I know, I hate them. I hate it. You know what? When you least expect it is when stuff messes up, right? Let's do that again. Okay. I didn't want mistakes, but yep, I got mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to take, no, I'm not. I'm not even going to try that because obviously that's not the tape to use for that. I'm going to take a piece of score tape because I want a thinner piece and I want it to work just right. Okay, let me find some score tape. Hold on, you guys. This will only take a second. I know. Always right in the middle of things that you're doing, right? Okay, I got a lot of that tape there. I am going to take a piece of the very thin, because I want to put a piece, over both pieces, okay? A piece of washi tape. So, I'm going to put a piece here. And I'm going to put a little piece right here. That's because I like different prints on top of each other, and I like texture on top of texture and all that kind of good stuff. So what I'm going to do is find a thinner piece of that. Let's see. I'm going to find a thinner one of those pieces of washi, and since I can't find any and I like this print, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this print, and what I'll have to do is cut it. Okay. I'm going to have to cut this, and you could do so much with washi. Okay. So I'm going to score it down the middle. Alright, you guys, I'm going to score it down the middle. I'm using this because I need something that is so very different. I'm scoring it down the middle, and I'm going to take a piece of this. Hope you can see me. I'm going to take this piece of tape, and this is the score tape, I think. Yeah. And I'm going to put this piece right, nope. I'll use the smaller piece, so I didn't score it down the middle. I'm going to take this small piece, and I'm going to put it directly on top of this tape, like that. Yeah, so I'm going to actually do all of my, let me show you first, because I know I'm way out of film, but I don't normally craft like this. I'll make my project and then I'll show you, but I actually put that piece right down the middle. Now I'm going to take another piece, and I'll just leave this here until I get ready to use it, or put it back. If I never use it, I'll just take it off of here and put it back on the roll. But I do want another piece on here, and I think I'm going to use a piece that is, and they can be different colors. After a while, the colors will start blending together. If you don't use any, even if you use contrasting colors, they'll kind of blend together. I like using things that gives pages definition. So yeah, so then I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to cut it down the middle. I'm going to cut it as close to the middle as I can, but because I'm not using a clear ruler, I can't see the other side. So I'm kind of gauging it with the hopes that I cut it close to the middle. Yeah, so I'm going to take this piece. There we go. And I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to pull the whole thing off. Okay. Let me do this. I keep pulling the whole thing off. Let me try down here. Okay, there, yeah. And I'm going to pull the whole thing off. I'm just really showing you how I'm putting this book together. And then I'm going to put that there. And that will actually hold that washi tape in place. And that washi tape won't move. But that's that side of my book there. When I start putting the pages in, you know, the flip pages, I will be covering up some of this washi that's in there. But for the most part, I'll be... oh, see, that got stuck in it. It's not good for this to get stuck on the acrylic. So you really do have to be really careful with using this. Okay, so I'll do all of my edges like that where the Tyvek is. And then some of these pages, what I want to do is I want to use elements that make, you know, that when you put them on one side, if you turn the page, you won't see the back side of the page. It'll be like the front side is part of the back side. So what I'm going to do is I'm using some rub-ons, and these are by 7 Gypsies. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece, these grids. I just want to use the grids for this one. I want to use this grid here, and it's a square piece. And when you do these rub-ons, you really don't, when you use rub-ons, you don't have to use the whole element, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the whole element. What I'm going to do is, like for instance, I'm going to use only a portion of it, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to rub where I want this to adhere to. So it's not going to be the entire square, as you can see. I don't even want all of that to adhere to it. So I'm just going to rub on here where I want it to be. And as you can see, it only ended up on a portion of that. And then I'm going to take the rest of it, because I don't want it just sitting out there in the elements. So, you know, just sitting out there like it doesn't belong anywhere. So I'm going to take this and just adhere it to the page until it looks like it belongs there, and it belonged there. So on that page, that's what it looks like on this side. And then I'll make it look like it really belongs on that page. Let me fill in a couple or more so it doesn't look lost in space. Yeah, so rub-ons are great to use on acrylic because it applies very easily and it's easy to use. Okay, and you notice I put it on that side. Right here, I'm gonna try another one, and by the time I come back next weekend, you'll be able to hold on for a second. You'll be able to see this book with the binding and all of the rub-on pieces that I want on there. But before I even finish that, let me find another rub-on. I grabbed quite a few of them because I knew I wanted to use them. So I figured if I started putting this together right now, I could go ahead and put them together. And hold on for a second. Put them, you know, start putting it together, and then when I started putting the book together, I would actually only have to put the flip pages and I don't have the pictures either. So my auntie has the pictures, so I just want her to be able to put her pictures in this book. So I'm going to actually put a few of the elements here, and as you notice here, right in here, I'm going to put this rub on. I'm so used to using my fingers for stuff, I don't want to scrape into this this acrylic because it can leave marks if you scrape too hard. So what I'm trying to do is just go over it a little, and I'm putting this on the top because if by chance, if you put this on the back side, as you can see right here on the back. This is on the front of the book. On the back side, I will put something over this so that it won't take away from this, but you also will not see the back of this, okay? Whatever I put on there, it has to be an added piece. You know, it has to look like it matches. So what I'm going to do with the arrows, and they have a bunch of the arrows, is I'm actually cutting these out. And some people are so good with their rub-ons, they don't have to cut them out. They can actually take the whole sheet and just mesh them. I don't trust myself to do that because sometimes I do make a mistake and I'll end up rubbing on pieces that I don't want on here. So I just want to show you how you would put an acrylic book together. Yeah, so there is another element I put on there, and I'm going to put another piece on this side. But you can just keep adding these elements together. I'm going to, let's see, put an arrow going this way. And by the time I come back the weekend, next weekend probably, because I'm going to put this book up and wait. I just wanted to get it started so I wouldn't forget what it was I wanted to do. Yeah, so there is the start of my acrylic book. And by the time I finish, you'll see all of the rub-ons that I put on here. I have quite a few rub-ons, so I could put quite a few in there, but I want them to make sense. So yeah, I'm gonna use quite a few of these because I like this. Yeah, I like this. But anyway, this is a Tim Holtz Ideology rub-ons that I used for this one. The other one was 7 Gypsy. So by the time I finish putting this whole book together, it'll have rub-ons all through. You'll be able to see totally through the page. I'm going to use acetate sheets to do the flips with, so that you can actually continue to see through the book. And then I'll come back over the weekend. I have to get that ink off. If by chance, see that sticky piece, that's actually glue. If by chance you get glue on your book, you don't want it to stick together, I actually just did that. What you want to do is you can use a baby wipe and get it off. I'm going to use I love these things. This is I forget what they call them. But it's almost like a diaper, but they use them in the kitchen, or bars or something like that, to wipe up stuff because they absorb quite a bit. Yeah, so this is what I use. I use them in my kitchen and my scrapbook room. So I buy these a lot. And they come like, oh, flour sacks. That's what they're called. And I get them out of the kitchen units. They used to be super cheap at Walmart, but now Target's cost cheaper and you get more. So yeah, this is what I use. Like I said, it looks like a little diaper. But yeah, that's the start of my book. I think what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and finish out this book by putting my washi tape, adhering my washi tape to all of the inserts like I did, like I started with the last page. Yeah, and then I'm going to put all of my rub-ons on it. And I'll come back and I'll show you. But this is going to match the gift, the first gift, the angel gift that I actually made for my auntie. And I'll finish it up next weekend and I'll show it to you then. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. And for those that had the questions about how I put my acrylic books together, next week I'll show you how I insert the pages even after I put the washi tape in. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.